What is up, foodies, and welcome back to another episode. I am here in the Bay Area. We are going to the Battle of the Bay, the last Battle of the Bay at the Coliseum, the A's versus Giants, in a few days. Already had an epic day, had a fly in, had a crazy Lyft driver, but I am here. There's a few spots that I want to eat. I don't know if I'm going to do them all today. I don't know how this video is going to go. There's a place that I'm going to tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. But let's see what we're going to get into today, what we're going to eat, what we're going to do.
So, our first stop is in Niles, California, which is a district within Fremont, California. And this place just feels like the small town vibes right in the heart of the Bay Area. Strip with a bunch of shops, a few restaurants and coffee shops, and then right across is actually like a train station. This town hasn't changed a whole lot, other maybe some paint and small renovations, but this literally has looked the same for years, and even in the photos it looks almost identical. But this spot is just a beautiful hangout area. Again, there's not a whole lot to do there, but if you're into vintage antique stuff, then this is the place to be. And Niles used to be the silent film capital of the world, pretty much. This was like small time Hollywood. A lot of people like Charlie Chaplin lived here and also filmed a lot of stuff here as well. But first we had to get into one of the antique shops, and I thought this was actually a pretty cool shop. They had a lot of unique stuff. It was broken out to people selling their own stuff. So like, for example, you would see some comic book stuff, and you would see some just plates and cups and everything else. But I thought this was really cool, and a lot of the shops in Niles are like this. It's very antique forward and vintage stuff. But next we had to get into literally my favorite pizza place, Bronco Billy's Pizza. And this is probably one of my favorite locations. I'm not even sure if they have other locations at the moment, but this one's very small, and we had to start with the garlic cheesy bread. And I love this. You dip this in the marinara sauce and it is perfect. There's a good amount of garlic on here. We also had to get the mozzarella cheese sticks, and this was freshly made, as you can tell. I did a horrible job of showing you that cheese bowl, but trust me when I say that this is amazing. And like I mentioned, I love this pizza place. We got the meat lovers, which is something I usually don't order, but everything is just perfect. The tangy sauce, the crust is amazing. It's probably one of my favorite. It's like soft and crispy at the same time. It's just slightly oily than I would like, but again, this is still probably one of my favorite pizza places. Just walking down the street is just so cool. If you're not into vintage or antique stuff, then most of this probably just, you wouldn't really enjoy it that much. But again, it just feels like that small town vibe just right in the Bay Area. It is so cool. And like I mentioned, there is a silent film museum because this place used to film a lot of silent movies back in the day. And they take a lot of pride of being, kind of the home of Charlie Chaplin as well. I did not go in because they were closed today, but yeah, this place just reeks of silent film era. And then now we had to head over to a coffee shop. Here is a local bar, and then we went to Devout Coffee, which is a place that's been on my list for a really long time. And everyone here was amazing. They had a crazy amount of different beans that you can get. The spot is on the inside. It's not a whole lot of seating, at least from what I could tell, but they do have this little outside area that you can utilize. I'm not sure what that room was for. I'm guessing just extra storage. And I thought this was amazing. Not a whole lot of coffee places will use these, instruments to make drip coffee, but it came out really good. And I got an espresso caramel latte, and I would say my entire Bay Area trip, this was probably my favorite coffee that I had, so make sure to check them out. Made our way to Newark, California to hit up the Tortilla Factory, and this place is half shop, kind of a restaurant as well, and this is our family friends for many years. I just love this place. If you want fresh tortillas, chips, they make everything in-house, and you can buy it there, and you could actually buy it at some local supermarkets as well. You could also order food here. Every year for Christmas we get our tamales here. It's been a tradition for years. And yeah, Susie, who owns it, or I think actually her family owns it now, they have just been great. and I didn't get any food there because I went to hit up La Cabana, which is right across the street. And this place also has a huge place in my heart. These are also family friends, and I absolutely love this place. I think it's probably one of my favorite Mexican restaurants, period. And like a child, I got 2 chicken enchiladas with beans and rice. That is literally my go-to anywhere. But I absolutely love this place. So make sure you go to the tortilla factory, get whatever you need, and then also hit up La Cabana to get some food as well.
So yesterday we arrived a little early, so it was kind of nice to do a little bit of everything that we just haven't been able to do in a really long time. And then tomorrow we are going to the Battle of the Bay, which I am very excited for. And today we're just gonna kind of keep it low key, and we are getting ready for a Tokyo trip, which I am very excited for. And I'm a huge Initial D fan as well, so of course we had to head over to Fujiwara Tofu Bistro in Fremont. Um, and it is literally decorated just like Initial D. And I'm excited to see what they have. So let's get into that.
I always tell people the car culture in the Bay Area is just undefeated. I think they just have it down. It is definitely way better than LA. So it's no surprise that there was going to be an Initial D spot here in the Bay Area. I love Initial D. I am nowhere close to being like a mega fan, but I do love Initial D. So I absolutely had to check this place out. And it was actually really cool to see all of the stuff that was just basically dedicated to Initial D there, which was this entire area. And then it had a lot of cool car photography as well, which I thought was nice. So here is a starter, which is their couple sushi tacos. You get 2 of them. I believe this was about $19. I enjoyed both of these. Obviously, they are layered up with, a lot of sauces and everything else, but I thought it was really good. And then, of course, I had to get the miso soup. I would say for a tofu place, the tofu was really good and they gave you big chunks, but the miso soup itself just didn't have a whole lot of flavor, and honestly, I was pretty disappointed. So we got the hand roll combo, which was a California hand roll, a salmon skin roll, avocado hand roll, unagi hand roll, shrimp tempura hand roll, and then I also ordered the uni hand roll because I just love uni. I would say all of these were okay. The tempura one was probably not my favorite at all. The uni was really good. I just love like the buttery richness of it. The toro as well was also good, that I ordered separately. I would say overall this place is decent. If you're an Initial D fan, then this is probably the place to go and check out. It's a little bit expensive for what it is. The quality seems to be decent though as well. But yeah, I don't think any of these hand rolls, other than the 2 that I mentioned, really blew me away. They do have other options like sashimi and soup, rice, kind of anything that you would want, that you could also get it there as well. I think this is a decent place if you just want a couple hand rolls, and that's about it. But yeah, I would say maybe try it out if you're an Initial D fan. If you're a sushi fan, this is probably not the place to go to.
Well, that's some food spots in the Bay Area. I know I missed a whole lot. Like, I'm not even going to lie. There is so much to eat here in the Bay Area. I love eating in the Bay Area. It is, I'm not going to say it's better than LA, but it might be actually, in my opinion. But I know this is just a little snippet of literally one city, essentially, of where to eat and drink. I know I'm going to the A's game tomorrow, which I'll do a video of that, and a couple other spots maybe that I didn't add to this one. But until next time, follow me on IG at RockPaperFood, and keep eating.